The sun dipped below the horizon, painting the sky in fiery hues of orange and purple. I sat on my porch swing, the creak a familiar lullaby, feeling the familiar weight of unfulfilled dreams pressing down on me. My vision, once so vibrant and clear, a future filled with accomplishment, adventure, and a life brimming with purpose, felt blurry, distant, almost unattainable. I had spent years meticulously crafting this vision, filling notebooks with detailed plans, sketching out elaborate blueprints for my ideal life. But the gap between my vision and reality felt like a chasm, yawning wide and seemingly impossible to bridge. This wasn't about lack of talent or opportunity. It was a lack of something else asterisk. It was a lack of determination. You see, determination isn't just stubbornness. It's the unwavering commitment to your vision, the relentless pursuit of your goals, even when the path is steep and the climb seems endless. It's that inner fire that keeps you going when everyone else says, give up. It's the quiet strength that whispers, one more step, one more try. I'd always admired those who possessed this quality, seeing them effortlessly navigate challenges I stumbled over. I'd always believed it was an innate trait, something you either had or you didn't. But that evening, under the fading light, a different understanding began to dawn. Determination wasn't a magical gift. It was a muscle, one that needed to be trained and strengthened. The next morning, I woke with a renewed sense of purpose. I began small, tackling tasks I'd been procrastinating on for months. I started with the overflowing inbox, then tackled the mountain of laundry, and finally, I began to work on that unfinished manuscript that had been gathering dust on my desk. Each small victory, each completed task, fueled my determination. It was a slow burn, a gradual awakening of inner strength. I started to realize that even the smallest steps, consistently taken, can lead to remarkable progress. But the path wasn't always smooth. Doubt crept in, whispering insidious suggestions in my ear, telling me I wasn't good enough, smart enough, or talented enough to achieve my ambitious vision. There were days when the weight of my aspirations felt crushing, days when the challenges seemed insurmountable. My writing project, a historical fantasy novel, was proving far more difficult than I anticipated. The research was exhaustive, the world building intricate, and the characters stubbornly resistant to my control. There were times I would stare at my computer screen, the cursor blinking mockingly, feeling a surge of overwhelming frustration. My initial excitement began to fade, replaced by a creeping sense of failure. I was so close to giving up. The chasm between my vision and reality seemed to grow wider with every passing day. One particularly challenging evening, after a frustrating writing session where I'd deleted more words than I'd written, I found myself staring at a photograph of my grandfather. He was a self-made man, a farmer who'd built his own homestead from scratch, facing countless hardships along the way. I remembered stories he'd told me about droughts, blizzards, and the relentless struggle to make ends meet. Yet, he never gave up. His perseverance, his unwavering dedication to his dream, had always been a source of inspiration for me. Looking at that photograph, I realized that his strength wasn't some magical ability. It was the result of countless small acts of determination, each a tiny step forward on a long and arduous journey. That night, I sat down and wrote a single sentence. Then another. Then another. Slowly, painstakingly, I began to work through the challenges, one obstacle at a time. I broke down the large tasks into smaller, manageable ones, setting realistic goals and celebrating even the smallest achievements. I started seeking feedback from fellow writers, embracing criticism as an opportunity for growth. I researched different writing techniques, experimenting with different styles and approaches. I learned to be kinder to myself, accepting setbacks as part of the process rather than indicators of failure. As I worked, I started to notice a profound shift within myself. My resilience grew. Challenges, once viewed as insurmountable obstacles, became opportunities for learning and growth. My confidence soared. I learned to trust my instincts, to embrace my unique voice and perspective. My writing began to reflect this transformation. The story took on a new vibrancy. The characters became more real, and the plot unfolded with a strength and conviction I hadn't felt before. The once daunting task of writing a novel became a journey of self-discovery and personal growth. With every completed chapter, my determination grew stronger, fueling my progress and pushing me to reach even greater heights. I began to notice the power of small wins. The feeling of accomplishment, no matter how small, ignited a spark of motivation that kept me going. I began to understand that determination wasn't just about pushing through. It was about finding joy in the process, savoring the small victories along the way. The transformation wasn't limited to my writing. It spilled over into every aspect of my life. I started to tackle other long-neglected projects, tasks I had been avoiding for years. I cleaned out the cluttered garage, reorganized my finances, and even started a small vegetable garden. Each success, no matter how insignificant it might have seemed at the time, served as a reminder of my newfound strength and resilience. My relationships also blossomed. My newfound confidence empowered me to communicate more effectively, to set healthy boundaries, and to build deeper connections with the people I cared about. My personal growth wasn't just about achieving external goals. It was about building inner strength and resilience. It was about learning to overcome self-doubt and embrace my imperfections. It was about developing a deep sense of self-awareness and self-compassion. One day, while browsing through a bookstore, I came across a motivational book on goal setting. It emphasized the power of visualization and the importance of breaking down large goals into smaller, manageable steps. It reiterated the importance of consistent action, no matter how small, and the significance of celebrating even the smallest victories. Reading this book reinforced what I had already learned, that the secret to getting ahead is getting started. The journey, I realized, was just as important as the destination. The process of working towards my goals had taught me so much more than just how to write a novel. It had taught me resilience, self-compassion, and the importance of consistent action. It had strengthened my belief in myself and my abilities. It had ignited a fire within me that burned brighter with each success. The final draft of my novel was complete, a testament to the power of determination. It wasn't perfect, but it was mine. It was a story born out of struggle, resilience, and a relentless pursuit of a vision that once felt so far away. As I held the completed manuscript in my hands, a wave of emotion washed over me. It wasn't just the accomplishment of finishing the book, but the realization of the personal growth I had experienced along the way. The feeling of fulfillment was immense. A profound sense of pride, not just in the book itself, but in the journey I had undertaken to create it. The journey to achieving my vision wasn't solely about the tangible outcome. It was about the profound personal transformation it ignited within me. I had learned the invaluable lesson that determination wasn't an innate trait but a skill honed through consistent effort and unwavering commitment. It's about embracing the setbacks, learning from the failures, and using them as stepping stones towards success. It's about celebrating the small victories along the way and recognizing that even the tiniest steps forward contribute to significant progress over time. The power lies not only in visualizing the end goal but in embracing the process, finding joy in the journey, and consistently taking action, no matter how small. The secret to getting ahead, truly, is getting started. It's about taking that first step, even if it's a small one, and then another, and another. It's about cultivating that inner fire, that relentless pursuit of your vision, that unwavering belief in yourself. It's about recognizing that determination isn't a destination but a journey, a continuous process of growth, resilience, and self-discovery. It's a muscle that strengthens with each use. It's a flame that burns brighter with each success. So, what is your vision? What are your dreams? Don't let fear or doubt hold you back. Don't let the size of the task overwhelm you. Break it down into smaller, manageable steps. Celebrate every small victory. Embrace the challenges as opportunities for growth. And remember, the secret to getting ahead is getting started. Start today. Start now. The journey is waiting. Your vision is waiting. You are capable of achieving more than you ever thought possible. Believe in yourself. Trust the process. And embrace the power of your own determination. The world awaits your arrival.